Yeah, no pretty boy, no scary boy either. Filio's being banned on the side of Alpha Esports. Another LeBlanc ban, so probably we might see a setup on either another Zoe or probably maybe another Cass in this game, as Alpha Esports has struggled against that pick. We're going to be seeing that Zoe ban. So a lot of top laners being opened for this match in particular, and even Ornn and Senna could potentially be unleashed in the Rift.
Let's see here. Like you mentioned, yeah, Senna and Ornn not banned out. Let's see what Machi wants to try and get rid of, if they want to force the hand of Alpha, and that's what they will do. Get rid of Senna. Decide now if Alpha wants to let through the Ornn, or maybe they have something to answer it. Or you could opt in, ban out the Misfortune if you feel it's so powerful at this point, and go from there. Ah, yeah, Syndra, okay. So now on the side of Machi, they can decide, do they want to first pick the Ornn and have that available to them, or are they going to let that go on over and try and prio pick like the Misfortune?
Yeah, exactly. And especially if you pair it with, for example, Ornn Misfortune. So either you do want to deny, because it's a really, really good combo once you get that CC lock-in, pair that with a bullet time. So deny that away from Machi Esports. So it's a perfect setup. Maybe lock in a Braum if you want to secure more counters away from Machi Esports against this Misfortune. I mean, Kino had an okay game on the Braum. We'll see if he's still comfy with that this time around for match number 2.
I think you just take it away so you don't have it denied, have your Misfortune ultimate denied in team fights. And yeah, it looks like that's what they want to go here with Kino going back onto the Braum. So now from Machi, what do they wish to answer? They're going to go ahead and lock in their 80 carry.
Ooh.
Oh, we get ourselves the Azir. That's a very early Azir being shown here. So Mission will be able to pilot that in the mid lane.
That means Mission is just that comfortable facing the Azir, or whatever, rather facing Assassin in the mid lane, and that is the next best thing. You're going to lock in that Ezreal. Really, really nice, consistent. Wait a minute.
Oh no. We see this again. It is the Alpha. All right, Machi, you have 35 minutes to end this game, or we'll end it for you, as Cassidy going to get locked in for Assassin once again, showing off what he got the victory with over Talon last night.
Okay, the thing is, Machi Esports has what their match against Resurgence. It was one of the, or rather, it is the shortest game that we had in the PCS so far, 24 minutes. But it will depend whether or not they're confident enough to keep pushing Alpha Esports' weak early game. Again, we've seen 4 games already from Alpha Esports, as far as I recall. And most of them, really, Machi Esports can take advantage of that weak point. And with that said, I feel like their mid game is just really going to be scary. And Alpha Esports, on the other hand, does have time to build up slowly if they can manage to slow the bleed if things don't work out well.
Let's see. Yumi banned out. Also the Rek'Sai, yeah, jungle has been shown from either side. I like how Gangplank keeps throwing bans here. I don't like, it's just alright. Gangplank has been the secret OP that is always up, but no one wants to take it, apparently. And then it gets banned every once in a while. That might be just a throwaway ban from Machi, just trying to keep stuff available for them when it comes to the next rotation of picks. Let's see here. Renekton.
Yeah.
No Crocodile.
I think it works well because we've seen a lot of really nice combos to supplement the bullet time. So you get that cannon barrage in, then you get that bullet time down on the floor. And as well as Rock did play a really nice Gangplank on his debut game in the PCS the other day. So understandable. And now we stick it to the Lee Sin for Catjug. Oppo.
Alright, Catjug gonna have the Lee Sin. Let's see how he's able to perform on the lock-in there. What's Machi trying to answer now? Machi could go, they got jungle and support still available. They already got a decent amount of CC and setup from the side of the Ornn, as well as the Azir wall. Well, they're going to opt into the Olaf, so it's going to get locked in. Liab has been mainly the only team playing it. We've seen it once elsewhere, but Liab's Doidoi's been the main fan when it comes to the Olaf. For Machi, and then look at your support. You want to go something that with some engage, like possibly a Thresh or the Nautilus, or do you opt in for, again, like a poke lane like we saw work against them earlier? Or, hell, okay, we're going to get Rakan now for Koala. We're talking about seeing the birds in bot lane. Now we got 2 of them now on the same team.
But it's not the Saya, it's the Emperor Chicken this time.
Hey, Emperor Chicken and Rakan could be the lovers duo of bot lane if they set it up. I don't think they will.
I agree.
Oh boy. Let's not ship that one. All right, Alpha, final lock-in. Why not? Rock had a decent game on it. It looks like Alpha are like, all right, we're just going to run what worked for us last night and hope for the best.
Might as well, might as well. It will be a second try on towards Rock's shining moment in the Aatrox. I believe it was a 3v5 that happened, 2v4 that happened, that Rock amazingly cleaned up. And the
Rock
previous
and Kino was doing one hell of a dance there.
Yeah, it was. It was.
All right. But now, locked in, you see Machi. Kind of liking that team fight. That's a lot of team fight potential, man. A lot of dive also onto the Misfortune. There is a Braum, though, that can try and intercept the Ornn ultimate when it comes to the later game fight. So we'll have to see as we're going ahead and load up onto the Rift for our second game of the day. Machi taking on Alpha. We got some new picks coming out here, and we see some favorite picks that worked last night for Alpha. We'll see whether or not they can recreate the success they had against Talon after falling against Berjaya Dragons in their first game of the day. See if they can answer.
I'm looking forward to this because at least if ever the plan doesn't work, where Atlan gets eliminated at the first few seconds of a fight, of a skirmish, you do have Assassin later on that will wreak havoc, and as well as Rock on the Aatrox. So if plan A doesn't work, there's plan B and plan C. And for Machi Esports this time, a lot of weight is shifted on towards Mission and Bruce in the mid game, most especially. We'll see.
Some pings here. Some question marks. Machi know that the Braum is over there. As Gemini gives an axe over the wall. Friendly handshake over to Lee Sin.
It's a jungle present.
Oh no. Oh no, not this. That is not what the JP stands for.
Oh
boy. All right, head on. Let's see, is he just heading back? Yeah, he just wants to go down to red. It's actually faster for him to back and just run over to red than run down to red. Also, you don't know. There could be some spooky characters in that river you don't want to walk down, apparently.
Yeah, it happened
Koala.
before. Oh, Koala.
This is gutsy here, bud. They actually don't advance. They don't know where the Ezreal is, so I think that's what they're concerned about. They still had numbers advantage.
Yeah.
And actually, Gemini kind of did a fake, it looks like. He ended up going back just for the little extra bit of mana, as he's going to start on the blue buff here. So it's going to be junglers mirroring each other on the top side of the map.
Oh, that's true. I think he was sitting on a ward, and ported Wild Division was there for Alpha Esports. And yeah, a little bit of a different pathing here for Gemini.
Olaf is always scary in the jungle. If you feel like the first time you played him, if you want to play him properly, you always kind of have to play him with barely any health in the jungle.
Yes.
Because you get that attack speed boost.
Well, things are working out.
It's weird. His kid is pretty much, yeah, he heals and then he gets less attack speed. He becomes less efficient at damage the more he fights. Weirdly enough, if people don't attack him.
Lore-wise, I guess it works out. It checks out. I don't even know his lore.
I was about to say, what is Olaf's lore? Have they updated it recently?
I don't think so. I would assume that it hasn't changed, which I didn't get to read yet.
Oh.
Well, I only would read the lores of my main or the bot lane.
You don't go through the Nexus pages and, you know, take in all the stories?
Sometimes. Only the location lore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Only the location lores. And probably the new ones.
See, I just like look at the locations like, oh, is there something in real life I could go visit that's kind of like that? Sounds like a nice vacation.
Where would you want to live?
Oh, as far as like Runeterra goes?
Yeah, Runeterra.
You know what? Like, Piltover looks kind of techy. It looks
Yeah.
like it'd be very, very convenient. And after living in like Shanghai for a bit, you get used to the convenient life, having everything delivered to you. You know, efficiency. I think that's maybe why. Then there's Zon, just for the heck of like, Zon is just kind of a little bit of the steampunk slums.
Yeah, steampunk slums.
Which I just like kind of what people consider dangerous areas, 'cause they're always fun. Everyone is like, oh, you know, you moved over to X country. Catch on, you actually need to hit the queue. That was rough.
Just passing through.
He's just doing the drive-by. He's saying,
Yeah.
hey, how you doing? I'm here. Don't go aggressive now on my casting.
Soaking up like a split second of experience.
Maybe those two. Ionia sounds like it'd just be peaceful, though.
Oh, I would
The
love to
temple.
be in Ionia.
Oh,
Like
there
with
you
all the trees, with
minus, like, you
karma.
know, the war that we see every once in a while.
Oh yeah,
comes
that's
through
with the
Noxus.
gigantic Scion.
Yeah, he's Thomas the Train Engine. Just comes through, says, get out of my way, Aurelia.
Second time?
Hello, I've seen this before. Catjung. Oh, he gets the slow. Big plays.
Yeah, that's the difficult part about that lane. There's not a lot to go through. No
Like-
hard CC.
Like, once Zero has a point in every one of his abilities, not even his ultimate, he's actually got a decent amount of mobility. Catjung, he ends up using the Bloom. Let's see, Machi saw it. Do they actually go here? There's a decent amount of safety. There's a jump in coming in from Kino. Bruce still has Arcane Shift, I do believe. There it is. He's going to pop it. Koala gets tagged. No summoners burned. Has to use a decent amount of mana to get back to safety, but all is fine. That's the one thing about Bloom. You can pop the Bloom to try and, you know, scout out wards, but if there's nothing there, it usually just gives away your position.
That's true.
Gemini, he gets an axe, throws another axe.
Yeah, I mean, it was the perfect opportunity to do a gank as Bruce was already running out of mana. But TP gonna safely put Bruce back instantly into the lane, as Sheen will be the first item purchased. And Assassin, are they going to do a dive here? I wonder. Looks like
Assassin
no.
doesn't have level 6, so
Yep.
he can't really jump in there and get out efficiently. As it's going to be PK that's just going to keep building his items. And all is back and calm on the Rift, which, you know what, for Alpha, if there's nothing really going on, I think they're fine with it.
Yeah.
I think, you know, that Caston just needs to scale up. So let's see here. Machi going to go ahead and force an objective. That's going to be the Infernal. You also have Atlan toward the side. No level 6 available. They did see the ward go down. Gemini's going a little bit low.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Mission has to worry about the 1v1 against Assassin is another Rift Walk. Meanwhile, fight on two fronts. It's going to go on over. Toss up. It's Catjung securing the Infernal Drake, and that's going to force two flashes over the wall from Machi.
Smooth move by Catjog with a steal here. Great zoning as well from Assassin on towards Mission, not being able to use any of the Emperor's Divide to zone away Alpha Esports at that time, and therefore they have the perfect position to take that one for themselves. Gemini, I think he had Smite at that time. Not very sure. I guess we'll take a look at a replay.
They both had Smite.
Yeah.
It was just a simple out Smite coming out from Catjung. The big thing here was, meanwhile, Mission. Unfortunately, level 6 was just hit on that Cassidon, so Assassin could go really aggressive. And let's see, is it early Smite? Oh, it was an early Smite, so very nicely done here by Catjung to actually secure that.
Even burning a ton of flashes from Bruce and Koala. Or rather, it was Alpha. Oh wait, who flashed?
It was Machi that
It was
flashed
Machi
away.
that flashed.
They all got their flashes on Alpha, right?
Yeah, right. It was Koala and Gemini that flashed to safety, I believe.
Yeah, they didn't have Bruce for that fight, so it was rather risky. Bruce was around. He just wasn't able to get in his position as Mission gets his blue buff. The Emperor demands it for Shurima.
Yep, you must give it to the Emperor.
He can get some decent poke now, actually, once he has the blue buff onto Assassin. He can always get all in, which is a little bit scary. It's nice double up coming through from Atlan. Gets another tap onto Bruce, another one there.
Yep, it was the perfect range to keep on with the harass, as if Koala decides to do knock off Atlan over there. He's gonna get a lot of turret hits. Catjug is definitely more active than the previous games that we've seen so far. I think most importantly, once bot lane reaches level 6, as Bruce and Koala are a little bit extended over in the lane.
Yeah. Still nothing, really.
Still,
Come on, it's level 6. I want to see Catjug do something. Level 6 Lee Sin. Let's go. Oh, he's going to keep farming. All right.
Yep, and give Assassin.
Let Assassin be able to deal with some of the harass, also be able to clear out the waves.
I thought the timing was going to be perfect earlier. Thought there was going to be a gank as Gemini was also in the bottom lane.
See Mission really trying to get what he can as far as poke here onto Assassin. Being aggressive, trying to deny some of the minions at least. How many Caulfield's Warhammers do you need on a team? Alpha's got 3 of them right now. Everyone on their team's like, okay, I need some damage, I need some cooldown reduction. That's all I need. Oh, look at this. This is sneaky. Catchung could have actually got into that brush. The vision works really weird around this corner. Looks like...
I wonder how you push them through that brush and probably bait someone to take out that ward. I guess it's going to be a no good gank as Catjug decides to concede that one.
They do give up Rift Herald on the top side of the map, so Machi's going to have that for themselves. A nice little knock-up into the Ignite onto Rock as he gets another one. Another Brittle proc, and that's disgusting from PK. But unfortunately, Rock now predicts the flash and gets first blood up in the top lane and dodges away from the axe.
Rock, you be crazy. This guy on the Aatrox, you must not give it to him. But at that point, I really thought it was PK's time to shine. But unfortunately, my oh my. I mean, everything was working out so well. The damage is laid in and everything else. I think that was a good Q prediction, flash prediction as well, coming from Rock. Insane.
Nicely done. So Rock gets first blood. Meanwhile, mid lane, Assassin getting a little aggressive here onto Mission. Bot lane getting pushed in here onto Alpha. So Machi are going to be pretty happy.
Whew. I'm scared of Rock later into the game.
Rock has been a bit disgusting on this Aatrox. I'm going to give it credit. I want to see the Rock versus Rocky matchup.
That would be yummy. Or in before. Oh, wait.
Oh, hello. Sneaky, here we go. Let's see Allen flashing forward. They get the cutoff. Maybe a bullet time going to come out. There's a little bit of damage into the back kick, and Bruce is tagged, and that's going to be the finish off here as the Lee Sin comes through and is able to confirm the kill. Nice job there by Alpha's bot lane. Is a lot burned, but they do take down Bruce.
That was a pretty kick coming from Catjug, setting it up for the bullet time, and there was no vision there. There's a lot of control wards. So that gank coming from the river was just perfect. Bruce having no mana, I think Arcane Shift was used. Bam, kick towards the bullet time. And finishing it off with a resonating strike. And now Bruce go kaboom and transitions well into this dragon. But Atlan, already half HP. And Alpha Esports decides to respect that they just came off from a fight. And we'll call it a day.
Mission clears out that wave. Assassin's going to start stacking his Rod of Ages. Warrior Enchant actually... Oh, no. Gemini went Warrior Enchant Olaf? Okay. We saw this yesterday with Liab and Doidoi, and it ended up costing them quite a bit. I'm okay with it because they have PK, at least on the tank. But now, Gemini, like, he doesn't have resistances, especially when he pops his ultimate. He's just going to get just burned apart. Let's see. It's going to be secured in favor of Machi. Teleport's coming on through. PK caught in the middle. Let's see whether or not he's going to be able to get that ultimate off in time. Rockets itself another knock-up into the Emperor's Divide. Now a possible re-engage. Assassin able to just get away as he gets just taken on the knock-up. It's going to be 2 knock-ups back in favor of Koala, but damn, it is Alpha pushing through. But Bruce stands proud and tall as he's able to hold the fort down, and Gemini, with that extra bit of damage, is able to answer back. In the end, it is going to be a 1-for-2 in favor of Machi.
Rock was untouched in that game. A lot of them were focused on eliminating Koala and as well as Mission on that fight, which is understandable as they were the squishy targets in front already. Nicely done knock up by Koala just to deny any sort of potential take that Catjug could have done. PK was so low, so this was, wow, nicely done Emperor's Divide as well. Denying Catjug's, what do you call this, going near the rest of the members of Machi.
Well, Bruce is just untouched this entire fight.
Exactly.
He's able to get so much damage. I didn't like that proc there from Mission. He ended up using Blasting Cone. They probably could have got Atlin as well. But overall, Machi not having a bad fight there. As I think the big question mark coming out of me for Alpha during that fight was Assassin. He ended up rift walking in and just, he's like, oh yeah, I can do all this damage. Like, you had one stack on your Roa there, but you're not actually able to do that much damage.
That's true.
Oh, Rock is going so aggressive too. He's got himself 30 CD already. He's gone ahead, picked up the Warfield. He's likely going to go, I think that's a Death Dance build then. He's opted out. He still doesn't have boots, by the way.
Doesn't matter when you have wings.
Doesn't need boots.
When you have wings, yep. I mean, yeah, that was for now, not a lot of threat. I wouldn't really be afraid of Assassin at this point of the game. He will be scarier later on for sure. So basically, things to fear for on Alpha Esports' side is definitely Rock, as he has been winning a lot of the 1v1s and that fights. Except Bruce. Bruce was untouched earlier.
Good for Gemini to actually pick up a kill during that fight. I was starting to criticize him for the Warriors in Chat Rush, but he's able to get that kill, so he'll get a little extra gold to his pocket. He went ahead, got Ninja Tabbies, as well as the Executioners, so that is just mainly for Rock. And a little bit of the Lee Sin, a little bit. Lee Sin doesn't do a whole lot of healing, but...
I think that was also the reason why Rock wasn't able to do anything in the fight earlier, with their match against the Berjaya Dragons. I think they optimized well in terms of items to just deny the healing from Rock, because I saw him just not healing at all. So this early mini counter up the Koala.
Koala, you're 4 levels down there. He's mainly there just for some CC and some extra coverage. But it does mean Rift Herald priority looks to be in favor of Machi, as Assassin's down in bot lane without TP, by the way. Not too sure why the Kassadin's being sent down there. I guess it's just for the solo farm, but you're not going to have him for a team fight, as the Rift Herald is going to be priority here for Machi once again.
Based from the games that we've seen from Alpha Esports, they're totally fine giving this away as long as they open up the map a little bit more, use the opportunity of resources.
Oh, DK just clears out that wave. You got 2 members down here for Alpha, sharing, you know, Krug farm. Rock is fine in top lane. He's just going to go ahead and sustain a bit. The rest of Machi here have Rift Herald though, and that will be the second tower of the game, as they were able to claim it earlier, and they don't even have to use Shelly.
Yep, just going to do a huge boost of damage on towards the inner tower, the top side of the map, which is the correct call, getting a lot of value and putting Rock in his place more at that top side of the map. That's gonna be, that's not gonna be first tower. First tower is already earlier done by Machi Esports. Catjug though, looking to find something here in the mid lane. I think he stepped out and was seen by Mission. Next dragon though is about to spawn, and I feel like this is where Alpha Esports likes to fight anyways, as I think they've been giving up a lot of Rift Heralds. I think most of the Rift Heralds in the past 3 games they've been to. So this is...
Yeah, I don't think their Rift Herald control has been all that stellar, unfortunately. And especially with how much priority has been put on the Rift Herald when it comes to PCS and all the former LMS squads. It's a little concerning, because they kind of like to play slow. They almost play almost like a hybrid between the Taipei teams and some of the Southeast Asia squads. This time around, Machi is going to go ahead, start up the Drake. Sure, there's vision, but unfortunately, nothing that Alpha can really do here, as Assassin's still in the side lane, doesn't have TP, so he can't join in on the fight.
Okay, they do want to... It feels like they want to start something here.
They're trying. Let's see. They get the kick. That's going to be the unstoppable being used. Oh, Catron could possibly go for the execute, but he decides not to pull the Dragon's Rage, as opting not to at this point.
All right. So
Just a little, you know, a little bit of damage. A little tickle onto the Olaf. The Olaf screams and runs away.
it works. It works for Gemini, as it was already mission accomplished anyway, getting that dragon. By Machi Esports here. Again, you're right. It's just they're not really too bothered with any of the Rift Heralds in the past few games. They just decide to pull in all their hope on the later phases of this match, which has worked with Talon, but I'm not sure if it will work against Machi, as again, they tend to strong arm their lead whenever they can.
Well, that's going to be bullet time being used, and the tower shall fall, even with Atlan having to burn his ultimate. Just making sure that doesn't push any harder, I guess, for Machi. Clean up a bit of the lane. But yeah, 2 to 3. It's just been the small little 1v1s here and there. The one team fight in the jungle. Rockin' the one solo kill up in top lane. That's been a quiet game so far, which again, we said Alpha are fine with.
Yes. This is their element. PK. Oh, just gonna try to clear out. Scare Rock a little bit. After what happened earlier. Koala?
Oh.
Oh, that was close.
But Koala was able to steal that. It was close. 20 health on the, you know, red buff. We'll steal that one away from Gemini. Atlan's gonna pick one up for himself. And all is calm as it's literally dead even in gold.
I mean, we've seen this before, right? With Alpha Esports even in the lead against. Okay, it's Assassin with a visit.
Yeah, Assassin can get some decent damage down. He's got the Conqueror, but unfortunately, Alpha have yet to actually take down. Oh no, Assassin. Are you going to get 1v1 here by Raw? Here comes Call of Forge God. Let's see. Does he actually get it? Oh, he got the stun just on the edge here. PK hunting him down. He's going to spit hot fire onto the Kassadin. And PK's able to get a solo kill on it. Oh, Assassin, this is not the day for you, bud.
Oh no, that was tragic and well played by PK on the Ornn. I mean, I was confident that Assassin would have just escaped that because he'd had mobility anyways. He had the Rift Block, but it still hit. The ult still hit. The stun still connected. Let's take a look at that again.
Well, Assassin is like, yeah, I'm going to use everything I can, and he's always like just slightly out of range. It's also a bloody Ornn.
Yeah.
And then you go underneath tower?
2 tower shots?
Yeah. And then he just, I think it's, he got tagged at the start of the animation. So he still gets stunned on the follow through. So nothing that can really happen. That's a little concerning now for Alpha. One thing that was going for them is, even though the gold is pretty even, if they were able to get, say, a Baron buff or a good team fight, there's a lot of standing gold on the map for them. Because you saw there, Assassin goes underneath the first tier tower in 21 minutes.
Yes.
Usually those towers are taken. But Alpha just did not have any pressure in the bot side, nor in any lane it really felt like, as Rock has been farming up a storm in top lane.
Inner tower for top also was taken out earlier. I think it was during the during Assassin's engage on towards PK in the bot side, and the rest of Machi Esports just pressured top while that was happening. So more control for Machi, and all of these first tier towers from Machi Esports are so healthy, and we might see round number 2 as we see Assassin still pressuring that bot side.
Are you trying this, Assassin? He's got the Archangel this time. He's saying, I got a little bit more AP, guys. Don't worry. I can 1v1 him this time. Which, in all honesty, maybe he can. The last time didn't convince me. Yeah, no, he's starting to chase him. Man, PK was able to do that without an Abyssal Mask, by the way.
Yeah.
He actually went Sunfire Cape, first off. The other thing you got to worry about, too, is Ornn items are going to come on. He just finished the Abyssal Mask. He gets it upgraded. So even though it's 1,000 gold lead, just the efficiency of items is PK. He might be down like 60 CS, but in all honesty, he's pretty much even with Rock as far as just how much gold he, in theory, has.
And that's why it's scary, and that's why Machi Esports is confident with this one. All they have to do is get this, scare Alpha Esports away, and mission accomplished. More room, more space in the map means they can take the third dragon for themselves and probably maybe even get that Baron.
Let's see though, Rock gets his first tower of the game. Nice for Alpha, but like you mentioned, third Drake in favor of Machi. It's going to be their second Ocean. Now needing only one more take to get the soul. That'll help them out with some regen during fights.
Alright, Bruce already has the upgraded Trinity Force, and as well as a stacked up Manamune. Do you pronounce it Manamune? Maramune?
I always said Manamura.
Manamura.
Because I'm pretty sure.
Muramana.
Which one is it?
Manamune and then Muramana, I think.
Manamura. Oh, oh god, I have been exposed.
It's alright. I was confused as well. If I go Manamune or Manamune. Manamune.
Aren't you like you're the Japan expert out of the two of us?
Then I would say Manamune.
Okay, it's all good.
Yeah.
He's getting stacks, don't matter.
Yeah, he's fully stacked already.
Man, have I been saying that item wrong for like 7 years? Oh, that is a big like realization. Riku, why do you do this? No one told me this. You've broken my reality.
I could be wrong, so it could go either way. All right, so now that Machi Esports is stacked and ready to take on more confident fights against Alpha Esports, they do have to be careful still about Rock.
Oh, here we go. Mission and the engage gets the Emperor's Divide, tries to get the safety. Meanwhile, though, Katjung goes along with him. He ends up flashing in back behind his tower. Assassin rejoins in onto the fight. True Shot Barrage is not going to hit anybody. His mission's going to get taken on down. Assassin almost joins him. Bullet time, though. Decent amount of damage onto Gemini. He gets taken out. He's a squishy Olaf at that point in the ultimate. And now they pile on to PK as Alpha are starting to scale into this composition. Still no one able to touch Bruce. Bruce trying to kite for his life, but finally he gets stunned up. It's the double kill for the Misfortune, and immediately Alpha turn onto the Baron.
Beautifully done by Alpha Esports. Machi Esports was the one that started a fight, or rather they were caught off guard. Didn't expect that Alpha Esports was just lingering around that area. Koala is the only one left. This will be a risky play, as perhaps they could just maybe get a kill onto Kino. Maybe he's just still staying there. We'll see. This is tricky.
Let's see. It's just Koala trying to interrupt here at this point. Rock, though, still plenty tanky. Koala, can he make a hero save? Goes down to 100. No, it's not going to be enough. Meanwhile, another teleport is going to come back out from Machi. Bruce on the hunt. Mission rejoining. Over the wall they go. Arcane Shift into the fray, and they find themselves a kill. A shutdown, too, as Bruce is able to claim back some gold.
So -2 Baron buff. No Atlin, no Kino with the Baron buff. You still have 3 members from Alpha Esports who will be using that. I want to see this happen because there were no vision in that portion of the map. They just dive in, kick, mission. And there's a teleport there, actually. He was still pretty much alive in the next few seconds of the game, of the match, or battle, rather.
Yeah, and then you have Assassin rejoins it onto the fight. He's able to take down Mission. And this bullet time, nice bullet time coming out. Unfortunately, Gemini ended up popping his Ragnarok, so he's just going to take enhanced damage because he gets his resistances shredded. And Bruce, I'm going to give it to him on this Ezreal. He's trying his darnest to actually kite back, but he got tagged by the Braum at some point during the fight, and that's enough to kill him.
Yeah, and there were just no other front lines available for Bruce at that time. And Atlin, I mean, basically it was just getting that really nice pickoff, and here's Koala trying his best.
He stalls it out,
well.
which is good, because it gives time for Mission to make his way through the jungle, and then, of course, the teleport off, pretty much off the death timer. Instantly, Bruce rejoins in, and he gets some shutdown gold, which is huge for this Ezreal as well, and, like, no fear, just goes in.
I love it. But yeah, and as well as denying 2 Baron buffs away from the members of Alpha Esports. And yeah, that was the fight that Alpha Esports started. At least they did get to have that Baron buff for themselves. But then again, I would be scared for Machi Esports if given the opportunity where it was a proper start for their side, especially if you had PK with a really nice setup on the Ornhorn. I would be really scared. Meanwhile, Alpha Esports will keep doing this. We'll try to get sneaky kicks coming from Katjug. It did work out for them. You keep comboing with that with the bullet time as well. And Machi is gonna just push Alpha Esports away and not let them utilize this Baron buff and diminish its value after that take. Fourth Dragon though, Opal. Fourth Dragon.
Let's go. Soul is available for Machi if they're able to take it. Meanwhile, Catjung trying to make an appearance. There it is, into a double kick, and they get the rest of the team. They're able to avoid the bullet time, but it's not enough as Assassin is able to jump back onto that back line, taking out Mission as well as the Rakan. Alpha find themselves 3 kills for 1. Kino is able to backtrack, and now Alpha can start up the dragon their own.
With that, as Alpha Esports denies the fourth dragon of Machi Esports, removing 3. Okay, almost, not quite.
True Shot Barrage is out, but still not going to connect.
Yeah.
And it's a little scary now here for Machi. This Kassadin has started to come online. Fully stacked items, got the Lich Bane now, so if he's able to get on top of any of these squishy members, we know exactly what's going to happen.
Oof, even a Visage on towards Rock's inventory on the Aatrox as well. So definitely going to be that tanky and annoying front line for Alpha Esports. Just going to be in your face. As long as they keep pressuring Bruce, I don't think he'll be able to do as much on the Ezreal here. Even despite even the Emperor's Device being used earlier by Mission, Assassin is just going to stick on your face as a Kassadin. So at this point, what are your options to try and peel for your carries in the backline? It's just Alpha Esports going to be in your face most of the time.
Yeah, you don't really have an opportunity to try and peel because honestly, it's just going to be Kassadin. Rift walk in, destroy one of your carries, end of story, or you can walk to him and help him out. And on top of that, it's bloody hard to actually lock down this Kassadin.
Exactly. And I think your only options would be... Not a lot of options, actually. You do have at least a knockoff coming from Koala and his ult. But if you manage to swiftly eliminate... Oh, wait. Hold that thought.
Gemini just instantly taken down here. He pops the Ragnarok. It's not going to be enough. Kick is going to come out from the Lee Sin. They get the double knock-up onto Kassadin, but he's still able to trade back a kill, and here comes the rest of Alpha. Unfortunately, PK, he's going to get stunned up. True Shot Barrage doesn't even tickle Rock at this point. Kiting back is Bruce, going to try and do what he can, make the hero play, but guess what? Misfortune's over toward the side. Koala gets back to safety, but Machi can't do a thing.
Gemini was picked off at the start of that fight, and that's what began everything. Alpha Esports are finding the fights that they needed to get back into this game. And again, I'm scared because this is a very familiar scenario where Alpha Esports was in the lead. And Machi Esports with just one wrong, or rather, Alpha Esports with just one wrong fight or a pickoff, Alpha Esports can potentially lose this one again.
Oh boy.
It could go either way, Opal.
It could go either way, but it's starting to look a bit deadly here on the side of Machi. Bruce is trying to play out of his bloody mind on this Israel. He's kind of like for days. It doesn't help, though, that his teammates are getting caught out one after another. There's not a whole lot you can do in that situation as an AD carry. You kind of go, well, this is just solo queue again. Atlan's going to pick up the red buff. Ocean in 2 minutes. Baron going to be joining us in about 30 seconds.
Yep, this is scary. This is spooky. Baron is up. That's going to be the next juicy target for Machi Esports to want to contest. And this is the time where they can start a fight. Maw completed 4 Bruce, so at least gives some protection against against Assassin, literally the Assassin of Alpha Esports. We'll have to see if they will be able to start a fight that they want, as Alpha Esports has been finding these initial pickoffs, making it a 4v5 at the beginning. Assassin doing the split push and bothering Machi. He does have teleport. That's 3 teleports on the side of Alpha, with Rock still waiting for it to be on, or off cooldown rather.
See here, Baron spawned up. Bruce is just going to claim his red buff. Some decent wards catch out Assassin, so they're going to keep track of him. Unfortunately, no one can really deal with him at this point.
Yes.
PK can clear out the wave, but I don't think he can actually stand to the Assassin anymore unless he's able to get like a full combo perfectly off. Alpha, though, They go ahead, start up Baron, teleport available for the Kassadin, so the pressure is going to be down there in bot. Alpha just getting tagged. They try and turn back here as Koala is tagged by a little bit of damage and a slow from the Make It Rain. But still, the pressure mounts in bot lane. So at some point here, Machi has to make a decision.
Yeah, Alpha Esports, still a lot of respect towards Machi Esports here. Just deciding to go for that third Drake for themselves this time, as I'm sure Machi gonna be a little bit worried as Assassin still building pressure at the bottom side of the map. Perhaps Alpha Esports will decide just see if they can make a PK suffer in the bot lane, or maybe catch someone off guard in the mid lane as they're a little bit extended. That's gonna be a no. Dragon it is. Dragon is served third dragon. I think this is the first time we're gonna be seeing 6 dragons.
Yeah, this is we're seeing ourselves an actual contest for 7 dragons, which is it's been I think first, like you mentioned. Usually all our games end to that 5th dragon.
Yes.
Alpha and Machi, they say, oh, you know what? Everybody gets a little bit of ocean. We get a little bit of ocean. Everyone gets ocean. Let's see. Machi trying to position as they push forward against Alpha. Looking to set up. Let's see if Bruce on this Ezreal trying to do his darndest to actually carry this. Enhanced Rabadon's also picked up for the Azir.
Oof.
So you got some power spikes here, but is it enough? They're down almost 5,000 gold to Alpha.
Gotta be wary of Catjug's flank. It happened before. It happened in Talon's game.
The issue here, too, if Machi isn't too careful, is there's an opportunity for just a full push in a side lane with 3 teleports coming out from Alpha. It's rare, but it could be a force. Because look at this, yeah. It's just going to be Assassin pressuring down toward his bot side. He shows, does Machi look to try and take a fight immediately, trying to at least force out that teleport so he can't keep going. There it is. Quickness comes out.
Oh.
Not going to be there. And here we go. Assassin pushes bot lane. Machi, you're going to make this trade where you lose out the inhibitor versus the Baron. Let's see how it goes. Kino looking to position himself. Catch on towards the flank with the Lee Sin. Tries to jump on it. It goes on over to Machi, but at what cost? Bullet time separates the fight. Rock is now in the pit and against the Olaf. Now PK with the rejoin here. Assassin going down low. Machi are trying to make it happen. Rock is still on the front line, trying to chase him on down. Emperor's Defy trying to slow him down. It's not enough though. Shut down onto Rock as Machi finally find the opportunity in their favor as Alpha only lose 1, but they have low health bars and they got to be careful.
Machi Esports has acquired the Baron buff, and let's see where they decide to put that, especially as bottom lane has been pressured. Let's take a look at that replay once more. That was a really nice bullet time, but the redemption. Yeah.
It was messy here. Alpha trying to do their darnest. Rock is playing out of his bloody mind at this point. Just trying to at least do what he can. They almost get PK. They're so close. Mission still had that Emperor's Divide. And Bruce once again trying to do what he can. And back we go. Push coming out from Machi.
Ah, this is tricky. We have a Baron buff. Is the 2 minute, more or less 2 minutes. Let's see though.
Machi, do they get too aggressive though? Do they try and push more than they can? Koala goes for the engage to get the knock-up onto Atlan. Atlan doesn't have a whole lot of mana. Engage now from PK, getting the double knock-up into the True Shot Barrage. Atlan goes into stasis. The rest of Alpha still not there to respond, but they do take down the Rakan. And look at the health bars. Rock is in the front. He's trying to carry it. Double kill going in favor of Alpha. Emperor's Defy though coming up huge from Mission as Rock and Assassin are able to carry back the fight and hold on to their base.
Wait, what? Because bottom lane has been shoved, has been pushed, he can immediately push this one towards the inhibitor, and that's 50 seconds of the clock, and everybody else, that's long death timers, Opal.
It's just Rock trying to push this in. They will at least get the inhibitor. And you also have Catchung. He's running down. They might have enough time to finish this off. It is currently 15 seconds on Gemini, 6 on Koala. They're going to try and hold on if they can, but they have minions still alive here for Alpha. That's ultimate popped here by Rock. Koala's back. Redemption's going to come out trying to cut back the wave. Double knock up onto the multiple members of Alpha at this point, but the tower has already been taken down. The TPs are coming in from the rest of the squad. Atlan's going to rejoin. They don't even care about Koala. Double knock up there, but Alpha are able to run it all the way back down the rift and claim the victory over Machi.
What an amazing game coming from Alpha Esports. They finally found it. They got back into the game. They were patient, finished them all off in their own base.
Whew.
And whew, that was Rock is a rock.
Rock's a rock. Mission. Whew, he tried his darnest to carry that fight on these here. I'm going to give him that. And it was like, good setup. Good setup.
Yeah.
Atlan, no mana. This Misfortune should do nothing during this fight. They get a double knock-up into a true shot barrage on the Misfortune. But you still have Rock on this Aatrox that's been farming up the entire game. You have a Kassadin that comes in and gets a triple kill. Yeah, no, that's the issue. And Alpha seems like if they keep drafting Kassadin, I think it draws bans.
It should, or just force Rock somewhere else on the draft, not an Aatrox anymore, because scary. I'm very scared. And again, the game dragged on enough for Alpha Esports to find their center, and they were comfy. Again, this is the team. These Alpha Esports are the late game kings now.
Except when they're going against Berjaya.
Against the Dragon.
They're able to at least go one-on-one on the day, which I
Yes.
think is rather important for them, especially coming off their victory last night. Let's go ahead and take a look at this final team fight that decided the game.
Yeah, it was Koala that initiated this because, yes, just as you mentioned, Atlan had no mana at the time, and it was the perfect opportunity to start the fight as well. Let's see with the Ornhorn. PK focused on Atlan for sure, but there's another fight going on at the upper portion of that near the inhibitor, and everyone just funneled in with Rock just hitting all of those Qs as everyone was in close proximity. And
Mission, he tried though. That was a big Emperor's Divide, but unfortunately, GAs he can't do anything about.
Yep, as the front lanes are gone, therefore Mission was unable to. Yeah, everyone just funneled their damage on towards Mission that time. But whew, but still, look at Bruce on the damage numbers here on that Ezreal, and
Yeah,
Alpha
Bruce tried his darnest to carry this game. Like, commendable. Again, Ezreal performances in PCS have actually been a bit insane.
It's great.
Coming from our bot laners, so I'm happy to see the picks more often. I think Assassin though, I think that draws bans now. The Kassadin's too much.
Yeah, especially he was so confident to come into this matchup, knowing the fact that Mission, or rather Machi Esports, locked in their mid laner very, very early into the draft, and they're like, oh, I'm very confident about this matchup, it's fine. Like, if ever I do, it does not work out, I can still survive. He was actually catching on. The CS was actually pretty even during the laning phase as well, so the transition towards mid-game was no sweat to, mid-game to late game was no sweat for Assassin here. Or Alpha Esports.
Well, who's your MVP for you?
I've got to Rock. It has to be Rock. Rock has to be the MVP.
Yeah, Rock had an insane game. And yes, he shall get the MVP. Production agrees with you,
Yes.
3Q, as Aatrox, Rock showing up big time up in the top.
I have a feeling, I mean, there were already respect bans against Rock. First off was the Gangplank, which has been very effective rather on his debut game in the PCS. So Rock is scary. Like, I am every single time I will see an Alpha game, I will look forward to Rock's performance.
We'll see. So congratulations to Alpha as they're able to take home the victory over Machi and Rock's performance as well as Assassin.
Assassin,
Really
yes.
Cat Jungsley Sin had a couple of okay kicks, but I'm still not convinced on it.
Yeah.
Let me see more of it. Let me see more big plays from you, Cat Jung, and then I'll believe you. I'll believe that's a worthwhile ban to be taken up against Alpha Esports. As I think next match we'll see Alpha. I expect to cast it. I think you have to. I don't think any of the teams seem to have an answer for it at this point.
Exactly. Well, we've seen him being more proactive at this game in particular, so perhaps we're going to be seeing a scary early game. Alpha Esports, we never know.
Yeah, well, our next matchup, though, this is the underdog story of the day. It's Resurgence going to be taking on AHQ. Number 1 versus number 10 when it comes to our standings. We'll see whether or not Resurgence can try and flip over this loss streak, currently sitting at a 0-5 scoreline. AH2 looking to continue to be undefeated. We're going to go ahead and take a short break. When we come back, though, it's going to be our third game of the night.